Right, welcome to the stream. Here we go for the season 3 of the League of Extraordinary Investigators. Not that there's anybody going to be watching who doesn't know anything about it, because nobody watches me. But what we're doing for the League is we've picked 3 of the scenarios from the Forgotten Age cycle of Arkham Horror, the card game. And we've picked those 5 because they lend themselves to an easy way of scoring to determine how well you performed in each scenario. So the idea is, for these 5 scenarios, we will be scored out of 6 or out of 10 for the last one to give a little bit of catch-up option. To come to a maximum score, I think it is 34 over the 5 scenarios, which we'll be playing over 10 weeks. There are 17 of us signed up to play at the moment, so each of us will be live streaming our game. So I've had a couple of practice runs at this, tweaked my deck a little bit. I've planned some sort of logic, strategy, tactics, whatever you want to call it. So here we go. Hello. Right. There's my chaos bag, so if my scorer would like to have a quick scan just to make sure the bag is empty before I put them in, I've not snuck any extra elder signs or +1s in there. But yeah, that is the standalone bag, and as part of the standalone rules, we don't change the contents of the bag during setup, which you normally would do in a campaign game. But because we're not playing the full campaign, we're using the standalone rules for each individual scenario. I've not done the act deck setup yet. I thought I would do that on stream just to make sure I was doing it right. Okay, so the A deck, I've already forgotten what I have chosen. Let me just open my spreadsheet of doom. Yeah, so I've chosen Alejandro for the act deck, which means I go with the relic is missing, I lose Harlan is in danger, I take a random copy of At the Exhibit, and just to ensure it is random, I'm going to roll a dice. Odd ones, we will take the one on the left. That's a 2, so we'll take the one on the right. So that one goes away. We don't get Harlan's Curse, and then we leave both of the Recover and Find the Relic because they will depend on which is the random version that was selected on day 1. Now we do the same thing for the the C deck. I have chosen that I am on my own rather than going to the police, so I get Search for Alejandro, I don't get Missing Persons, I don't get either of the At the Stations, and I have again a random copy of Friends in High Places. Again, I'll give him a bit of a shuffle up, not that it makes any difference because I'm using a dice to decide. And again, odd, we will take the left one. That is a 5, so we will take the left one, and we will discard the one on the right. And then again, we take both of the 3s, because otherwise it would give away our random choice. And then for the third one, I am going to choose that it's attacker left. So I don't have Guardian's Inquiry, I have Trial of the Huntress. I have a random choice of, I don't have the Strange Relics either. I have a random choice of Caves of Darkness, and in fairness, I have never played the Caves of Darkness. My choices always go the other way. So I will go again, odds, take the one on the left. It's a 6, so we'll take the one on the right. Let me get this the right way around. Yeah, Trial of the Huntress. And then we have both copies of the 3 again. Again, let's be careful not to look at those. If anyone was on the Discord last night, you'll have seen my attempt at trying to plan some strategy. My logic is, the reason I chose those 3 formats of the act deck is that the second act of each of the 3 decks is a 50-50 chance between being something to do with a location and something to do with fighting an enemy. The choices I've made means all of those 3 locations will be the same one. So chances are nothing will happen, but if at least 2 of those locations come up, I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone by doing the same location. Unfortunately, it's a high shroud location, and I'm playing Rita, who's a bit of a thickie. Okay, so here's Rita. My locations are all set up as per the cards, not the TTS layout. Now we'll just do a double check. So Curiosity Shop is connected to North Side. North Side is connected to the green diamond and the blue triangle, that's these 2. Downtown is only connected to the moon and the T, which is these 2. Town Hall will appear there later on. East Town is only connected to circle and triangle, that's these 2, so that's correct. Rivertown, which is the one that gets messed up on TTS, is connected to moon, which is there. Diamond, which is here, red square, which is not in play, squiggle, which is not in play, and egg timer, which is not in play. Miskatonic University, again, is connected to T, correct, is connected to plus, not in play, circle, which is Rivertown, and square, which is not in play. So that looks good to me. Also, for my own brain, I've just put these red pebbles on the 3 locations I need to concentrate on for the first 3 acts. Rita has charisma, so I can play 2 allies. Don't know if I've still got my deck open on my iPad. Yes, so my deck is, weapon-wise, I've got a couple of fire axes and a couple of shovels. I've also got a couple of flashlights to help me with investigation, and I've packed a couple of rabbit's feet as well to help with failed skill tests. I've grabbed 1 fine clothes to help with any parlays that come out of the deck, because there are some in there depending on the randomness. In fact, I think I only have the option of 1 parlay actually, because of the choices I've taken, which is why I've only got 1 fine clothes. Ally-wise, I've got 2 Madame Lebranche, and I've got 2 upgraded Peter Sylvester to help Rita. She doesn't need any help with her evasion skills, but a boost is always nice. But the Pete gives her an upgrade to her willpower. I think it's willpower. I always get willpower and intellect mixed up. It's just head and book to me. Events. Obviously, there's Rita's I'm done running. I've got 2 look what I founds, which, given that most of the locations are single clue locations, it's just a boost really. 1 act of desperation just in case, a couple of belly of the beasts, a couple of luckies, and a couple of waylays. And then skill wise, I've got 2 resourceful, 2 take heart, and a perception. And the treachery, out of the 2 that were selected for the league, I've gone with internal injury. And obviously I've got hoods in there as well as Rita's signature enemy, whatever the term is. Right, I think that's shuffled enough. Right, oh, I've got a couple of messages already. Hello Matt, hello Pablo. This any good? Play any other CCGs? I'll be a pedant and say this isn't a CCG, but there you go. No, not really. I play a couple of LCGs. I play this and I play a bit of Marvel Champions. I did buy the starter box of Lord of the Rings, but I've never even played it. But I gather that Marvel Champions plays similarly. And yeah, Rita's my favourite, Matt. I love Rita. She's a bit, like I said, she's a bit thick. She's not so great at the investigating, but boy can she run, particularly when her track shoes come out. Apologies for a bit of glare you've got here. I can try turning the light off. I've already set aside, as requested, Town Hall, Expedition Journal, the Relic, Ichitaka and Alejandro. Obviously Alejandro's not coming out because of the choices I've made. Wow, I actually feel semi-prepared for this one. I usually just go in these just absolutely blind. Well, not absolutely blind, but you know what I mean. Right, I'm just going to switch this light off because I think this glare might make it a bit difficult to watch. Hopefully the table's not plunged into so much darkness that nobody can see. Unfortunately, I'm sat facing a window, so I've actually got glare on all the locations, so I'm going to be ducking and diving like this to make sure I can see what I'm looking at. Okay. I think this is it. Don't need the dice anymore. I've done my random selections. Oh, I use this token as well for keeping track of whether Rita has done her once per round reaction, which, if you're not familiar, is after you evade an enemy, you can either deal damage to that enemy or run away. I generally take the free damage, unless I've got a hunter I need to escape from. Okay, I think I've shuffled that enough, haven't I? Yeah, dust those Brotherhood cultists and Nightgaunts. That's the plan. Okay, let's see what I've got. I'm looking for a weapon. I would like track shoes just to help get around a bit quicker. Peter would be nice. Madame Lebranche would be nice. And some clue tech. Let's see what we get. We get track shoes. Take heart, okay. Gravedigger's shovel, so I've got a weapon in my track shoes. Hoods, well, we can ignore that. Internal injury, we can ignore that. Lucky and Madame Lebranche, okay. That's not too bad. So I've got my shovel, which not only does it boost me with my attacks, it will help me get a free clue at some point. Right, Pablo, yes, the camera I've got is a Logitech C920, I think. Yeah, so the one up there is Logitech. This one is just the built-in webcam on an 11-year-old MacBook. I do find with the Logitech, though, I had to download their app to turn autofocus off because it was just terrible without it. So now the focus is fixed on the table. Right, so put me off there. Oh, and also I am well prepared with a large black coffee and a glass of water, so I will keep myself lubricated. Right, definitely want the shovel, definitely want the track shoes. I'm hoping Fire Axe comes out in there, but if not, it's not the end of the world. I think Lucky is always nice to have. Take heart, I think I can lose for now. I would like something else to help with the cluing for now, so I'm tempted to ditch the Lucky as well. And Madame Lebranche, I'll probably regret ditching this at this stage. Okay, no, I'm going to ditch her. I'm going to hope for clues, because that's what we need at the start. So 1, resourceful, useless at the beginning of the game. 2, Peter, okay, and 3, perception. Okay, well that'll help me with 1 resource test. I'm going to just see these.
Sorry, I couldn't find that.
Nobody was talking to you. I'm going to see these through the deck with me pulling 2 weaknesses out at the same time before I shuffle. And then, as luck would have it, you shuffle them back together again, don't you? Well, thank you for following. Yes, thank you, Pablo. Pablo Escobar. Escobar. Sorry, I can't read. I also need to adjust the font that the chat messages appear in the stream down there, because I don't know how legible that is. Right, okay, so we have our opening hand. It's an expensive opening hand, but we have one. Let's start with a coffee. And by revealing Rivertown. One clue, one shroud. Even Rita can do this. Even Rita. The intellect is 2, so I've got no boost here other than the perception, and it feels a waste to use the perception on a 2-to-1 test. But what I think I will do is tool up first, so I am going to 2 for Gravedigger's Shovel. Not that any enemies are out yet, but if I get desperate I can lob it for a clue. And am I better off getting the track shoes now or later? Later, when I'm potentially having to sprint from one end of the map to the other. Earlier, basically I'm trying to think, do I spend my 3 resources on track shoes or Peter? I think, I don't know. I'm going to go at this, I'm going with track shoes. But there we go. If I'm going to run around, I may as well be running around from the start. I'm an athlete, I can run. Right, so that's 2 actions taken. And third action, let's just try a flat 2 on a 1 investigate on Rivertown. 2 on a 1 investigate, and it is -5. Show us how we mean to go on. Okay, so that's my actions done. Nothing to heal, Peter's not in play, no enemies in play, nothing to ready, nothing to reset. Card, Rabbit's Foot, and a resource. Okay. So Rabbit's Foot lets me draw a card whenever I fail a test, so I think that's going to be useful if it goes like the last turn. So, anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. 1 Doom on the agenda. If you've not seen these before, these are by the same tokens. It's a 2 on that side, but the 2 does also look a bit like a tentacle, so it's easy to miss. I'm just saying that for the benefit of my my scorers, to be honest. My scorer, sorry, we only have 1 scorer on this version of the league. Okay, and an encounter card. I haven't shuffled these, have I? Have I? I can't remember, so I better shuffle them just in case. It's not like I've started using them yet, so it's not as though I've revealed anything. And even if I haven't shuffled them, they will be shuffled from the previous test game I had, so it's not as though they're all my cultists will be together, etc, etc. Right, that'll do. My encounter card is Words of Power. So I can't damage enemies with Doom, and I can't investigate clues at those locations, so that's going to get worse later. It's 2 actions to discard it. Well, I'm going to pay 1 for Rabbit's Foot. And then I'm going to try another 2 on a 1 investigate, and then at least I can get a card out of it if it's a disaster, darling. 2 against a 1, +1. That'll do. 1 clues. Remind me, Rivertown. I need 2 clues at Rivertown, don't I? Yes, that's the Huntress deck, so I can't do anything with that yet. I will move. My priority is to do the act down here first, which reveals the LXI exhibit, because that if that's one of the ones that triggers the town hall coming into play, if Town Hall is already in play, that one puts extra clues on it, whereas if it's the first one out, you don't get the extra clues. So I'm just trying to ease Thicko Rita through this as easily as possible. So I'm going to, third action, I'm just going to move to the Miskatonic. Must remember as well, East Town is where I can play cheap assets, is that right? Yeah, I can play an ally asset for -2. Maybe I should go that way. No, I haven't got any allies. Well, I've got Pete. That might be an efficient way of getting Pete down actually. And then if maybe I do a loop around here, picking up some of these clues on the way. I can always use track shoes to get here a bit quicker. So yes, I'm going to go to East Town instead of Miskatonic. I'm going against my carefully planned logic. Right, East Town, Shroud of 2, getting slightly more difficult for poor old Thicko Rita, but that's my third action. Okay. No enemies in play. Nothing to ready, card and a resource, and I get, look what I found, which is a bit of a shame at this stage because I've only got one clue location in play. Doom, flip that to 2, encounter card, and I draw the secret must be kept. Test head of 3, and if I fail, take a damage or a horror. Luckily, I haven't completed any act decks yet, so it doesn't get any more difficult. Head of 3. I'm not committing Peter to that, and there's nothing else I can commit to that. My head is 3, so 3 on a 3. And I haven't got Peter in play to take the damage. 3 on a 3. Fail by 3. Okay, at least it's not 1 damage for each one you fail by. That would be bad. Okay, so that's 1 damage, 1 horror, which on Thicko Rita. Sorry, I'm stop calling her Thicko Rita. She is intellectually challenged. Yeah, so that's one horror on her already. Okay. Right, action 1. Cheat Peter. So I'm paying 1 for Peter because of the effect from East Town rather than the normal 3. I will now. Seems a shame to use look what I found. So I'm going to commit perception to investigate. So that is a 4 on a 2 with the solitary clue there. 4 on a 2, -1. That's a success. Second clue, and now I've enough for Miskatonic University. Third action. My actions aren't advancing, come on. Third action. I think what I might do is run down here using track shoes to be here ready for advancing that act. It's oh no, I only need one clue to advance that act anyway. I also only need 1 clue to advance the act where I am. But I don't want to advance this one yet in case it's the Town Hall, because as I said earlier. So I'm going to take the risk and I'm going to run down to the Miskatonic University. Or shall I? I could reveal Rivertown now I have 2 clues. But again, there is a 50-50 chance that's going to be the Town Hall. I want to do this one first, so ignoring the fact that I've got enough to do this one and enough to do this one, I'm going to, for my third action, move to Rivertown, exhaust track shoes, test my evade of 5, 6, 7 on a 3. Elder sign. So that's passed, which gives me a free move onto Miskatonic. And now, do I trigger it here now or not? It will either... Well, it's just going to bring the Black Cave into play, isn't it? So I may as well trigger it now, have it ready. So Miskatonic is Act 1. So let's trigger that. The LXI exhibit comes into play with 2 clues per investigator. And I need to spend 2 clues to advance that. Okay. I spent 1 clue, wasn't it, to... What did I just do? Oh, it's the back of the LXI exhibit, isn't it? It was 1 clue, wasn't it? Yes. So one of those has gone back to supply. That's my go done. I am right there, aren't I? That I could advance it there. There is a player window at the end of your actions, isn't there? Oh well, someone will tell me if I shouldn't. Not that it makes any difference, it being there now or it being there at the beginning of the next turn. Right, nothing to heal on Peter. No hunter enemies in play. Now ready the track shoes. Card and a resource. Flashlight. And a resource. Okay, probably good timing for a flashlight. I'm running out of space here though. I don't need charisma on show all the time, do I? Let's shuffle along a little bit. Pete, shovel, track shoes, rabbit foot. And my hand at the moment is resourceful, look what I found, and a flashlight. Still have words in power in play, which I'll worry about that when I need to. Thanks, Matt. Okay, yeah, I took the card and the resource. Doom, we go to 3 out of 6. And an encounter card. Again, it only seems like 2 minutes. Locked door, which is perfect. Oh no, it's not. I thought it was current location. Attach the location with the most clues. Sorry, LXI exhibit. Okay. So I need to test fight of 4 to break down the door or evade of 4 to pick the locks. Yeah, I can use both of those evade boosts. Oh, of course, it just, so sorry Matt, thank you. I didn't reveal that location. So, I guess I could choose whether to put locked door there or there. They're both a victory point. I need that one to advance the next stage of the act. I guess I shouldn't really be taking hints and tips from the chat, but thank you, Matt. I will leave it as I played it, so I've not been influenced by the decision. I'll leave the locked door there, because chances are I want these clues at some point anyway. Thank you. Okay. Action 1. Do I just try and hoover up these clues with a look what I found? I can't afford my flashlight yet. Seems a waste to go 2 actions to play a flashlight, draw a resource, play a flashlight, then do an investigate, and my round's over. My investigate is a 2. I've got the rabbit's foot, haven't I? I'm going to try a flat investigate on the Miskatonic University. What's the shroud in there again? That was only 3, so that's not so bad. Yeah, I'm going to do... I want to do a 2 and 4. I do a 2 and a 4. There are 3 zeros and there's 1 plus 1 in there, so there's 4 chances of me failing by less than 2, and there's something like 16 in the bag. So there's only a 1 in 4 chance that I can trigger look what I found. Probably not worth it. I'm going to move in, action 1, and deal with the locked door. Let's actually work on our objective. So 1 action taken to move. Action 2, let's try and evade the locked door. So that's 5, 6, 7. I was just double checking a minute ago that these are standard evasion boost, not like the trench coat that you can only use the evasion boost on actual evasions. Let's go for it then. 5, 6, 7. 7 on a 4. It's not boosting. No point using resourceful at this stage because I've got no survivor cards in my discard. So 5, I did say 5, 6, 7 on a 4. We have a tablet which I think is a -2, and I did succeed by at least 1. So the locked door is removed. Then third action. Now I'm going to try the flat 2 on a 1. 2 on a 1, not 2 on a 1. A 2 investigate on a 3. Maybe I do commit the resourceful to make it a 3 on a 3. To bring up, yeah, I'm going to waste my resourceful. 3 on a 3. No, I can't afford to play look what I found. I can't afford to play look what I found. Ah. Annoyed. Very annoyed. I don't want to just take a resource. I can play flashlight on the next go. Let's just try. I'm going to be boring. I'm taking a resource. What a rubbish turn. Right, Peter doesn't need healing. LXI. No enemies in play. Nothing to ready. Card and a resource. Another Peter. Another resource. Okay, so now I'm good to go. Doom. That flips to 4 out of 6. And an encounter card is Nobody's Home, attached to your location. You must spend 1 additional action to investigate the attached location. Okay. The encounter deck's got it in for this particular location, hasn't it? Right. Well, the way I'm thinking, I get the flashlight out, I investigate using 2 actions to investigate thanks to Nobody's Home, but hopefully I fail in close enough. No, I can't afford both, can I? I can't afford both the flashlight and look what I... Okay, right. I'm going to risk not playing the flashlight then. I am going to use 1 resourceful to boost my skill, wasting resourceful special effect. So I'm now investigating with a 3 on a 3. It costs me 2 actions to investigate thanks to Nobody's Home. And I have look what I found at the ready. 3 on a 3. -2. 1 on a 3. Perfect. I pay 2. But look what I found. Discover both clues. Wow, that never works out. And Nobody's Home goes away. It was a -2 I revealed, wasn't it? Not a symbol, so I'm alright there. Okay. And while I'm here, I will spend the requisite 2 clues to advance at the exhibit act. What do we get? We get the town hall. Town hall is in play. The relic is attached to the town hall. Because the town hall was not already in play, it doesn't get extra clues. And according to my notes, it only has one clue anyway. It is a 4-shroud location, but it's only got one clue. That's a good result there. Right. Advance to Act 3A. Find the relic. Find the relic. Oh, forgot about that bit. So the relic boosts the shroud by 2, so that's now a 6th shroud location. Okay. We can deal with that. Right. That was my... What's that? Do I still have an action left? I did 2 actions to investigate, didn't I? Which I passed, so I've still got my 3rd action. I've got that right, haven't I? I didn't have to spend an action to get rid of nobody's home. I think that's right. Oh well, I'm sure I'll be corrected if I'm wrong. Yeah, I was there at the start of the turn, wasn't I? Yes, because I moved in. No, I did lock door, didn't I? Was lock door this round? No, it wasn't. Lock door was last round. Yeah, 1 action left. Thank you, Matt. This game. Right. I could come out. Well, now that I've got that act out, that objective out, I may as well move over and do one of the other objectives. So, for my 3rd action, I'm going to move, exhaust track shoes, test 5, 6, 7 on a 3. That's a pass, -3. Yeah, thanks, Matt. And I will move on using track shoes back to Rivertown. And then here in Rivertown, shall I advance that act now? No, because I don't have enough clues to do that one, but I'm closer to being able to do that one. Oh well, yeah, whatever. Right. No enemies in play. Reset track shoes. Card and a resource. Belly of the Beast, which could be useful for Town Hall if an enemy spawns there. Card and resource. Don't get the resource. Doom on the agenda. We're at 5 out of 6. And an encounter card. False lead. If you have no clues, I don't have no clues. If you have 1 or more clues, test a book of 4. For each point you fail by, place 1 of your clues on your location. Right. This isn't good. When I only have 1 clue, and it's only a 1 shroud location. I can't pass this. I could commit flashlight, which would put me at a 3 against a 4, but yeah. I'm not going to worry too much about this one. I don't even know why I'm drawing. There you go, -2. So I have failed by more than 1. I will lose my only 1 clue and put it back on this location. That's my doom and encounter. Right, action 1. Let's get that clue back again, I guess. Feels a waste to put my flashlight down for this. 2 on a 1. Shall I just go 2 on a 1? Let's go 2 on a 1. I can always run fast, can't I, to make the time up. 2 on a 1 plus 1. That's a pass. Got a clue back. Boom. Action 2, move to East Town. Let's reveal. Oh, it sounds already revealed. I've already got the clues, hasn't I? So now I will reveal the East Town Act, the search for Alejandro. Spend 1 clue to advance. And it's Henry. Put him in the diner. Okay. So friends in high places, if there are 1 clue on Henry, you must remove them and immediately advance. Okay, that's a shame that one wasn't the town hall as well, but you can't have everything, can you? Right, that's my 3rd action. Right, nobody needs healing, no enemies in play, nothing to reset, card and a resource, it's hoods. I hate hoods. I really, really, really hate hoods. Doom, that takes us to 6, so the agenda advances. Midnight arrives, your work is next up. Hey? That's the wrong. That's agenda 3. You are defeated, really? So quickly? At least it's the same shroud, same threshold, so I've not been. Right. Town is bustling, blah blah blah. Shuffle the encounter discard into the encounter deck. If there are only 2 acts in play, place a doom. Well, all 3 are still in play, so it's just a shuffle. Shame I don't have my fire axe and I only have the gravedigger's shovel because I can't boost my attack on the hoods. My fight is 3 plus 2 from gravedigger's shovel, which puts me on a 5 on a 3, but I've got to hit him 3 times. Unless I evade him once. Well, it doesn't give me any benefit, does it? I'm still using 3 actions. It's not a free evade, is it? It's alert. Alert is the evade version of retaliate, isn't it? And after I evade hoods, he would attack me anyway. So I was thinking it would be easier to evade him than to fight him. I'll take that off as well. No, that's the one I've done, isn't it? In fact, just to remind me, I'm going to put 2 on there to remind me that I need 2 clues to go and do that act. Right. Encounter. Secret must be kept. Test head of 3 for each. If you fail, take damage and horror. And again, it's good that this is coming out at the beginning of the game. I am keeping Belly of the Beast, no come what may. I will commit one of my Peters, I think. That puts it at 4 on a 3. 4 on a 3, that's a skull, which is a mine. Oh, that's -0 because there are no cultists with doom, so I passed. But I've lost my second Peter. I should remember I've got that to deal with at some point. Okay. Yes, I've got Peter to set up the horror, but yes, yeah, it is rough. There might be some weird Belly of the Beast pro plays here. Well, it's me who's playing, so you're saying I'm not going to see any of that. Right. And I'm not at a location with a clue anyway. I think I'm just going to pummel the hoods with a shovel. It will be 3, 4, 5 on a 3. I've got rabbit's foot. Action 1, whack the hoods in the face with a shovel. 5 on a 3. And we get a -2. That's a success. Action 1, we've whacked the hoods. Action 2, let's do it again. 5 on a 3. 0. That's 2. Action 3, 5 on a 3. This one's got to miss, surely. No. Wow. Okay, hoods are gone. For now. But that's my entire turn wasted dealing with them. Which is a shame. Nothing to heal on Pete because he never got hit. No enemies in play because I just smacked them with a shovel. Nothing to reset, card and a resource. Another belly of the beast. Okay, now we're talking. Doom. 1 out of 6. And an encounter. On Wings of Darkness. Test evade of 4. It'll be where Rita fails an evasion, isn't it? So I'm doing 5, 6, 7 on a 4. Seven on a 4. Skull, that's a 0. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, seems to be going alright. Famous last words. I've got the hoods out of the way. It's whether Henry turns into evil Henry, isn't it, I suppose. And yeah, we'll see. I might even be remembering the wrong one. So I've done my Doom and encounter. Action 1. Do we sort Henry out? I think we do. So action 1, we move into the diner. The diner is 2 and 0. I could spend 3 actions just gaining 2 clues. I don't really want to do that. I don't have my fine clothes yet. My book is only 2. I have nothing to boost. Well, I've got my flashlight, I suppose. I could commit a flashlight to make it a 3 on a 3, but that feels pretty terrible. And I have to discard a card from my hand to parley with him. I think. So action 1 was move. Action 2. It does feel a waste, but I think I'm going to draw. Just to hopefully get something I can boost my my parlaying with. There's no clues. I could just spend 3 turns. No, let's draw. So I was going to draw. Let's look what I found. Well, that is actually going to help. I've got my Belly of the Beast to deal with the 4 Shroud Town Hall if an enemy spawns there. So I'm going to commit to the look what I found. So that's 2 pips. So I'm going in 4. I'm going to throw the flashlight in as well. 5 on a 3. This is a bit reckless. So that's right, isn't it? 2, 3, 4, 5 on a 3. Come on, Chaos Bag. 5 on a 3. I don't think I can look. -2. Wow. Okay. He sipping at a cup of black coffee. Right. I'm not even going to bother shifting the clues onto him. If there's a clue on him, remove them and immediately advance. Oh, it's Evil Henry. It's Evil Henry. It would be Evil Henry, wouldn't it? Why can't it be Town Hall Henry? Come on. Not Town Hall Henry, was it? Town Hall. Yeah, so he's got Alejandro, hasn't he? I think. Right. I've got to attach Alejandro to Henry. And advance to Act 3C, Alejandro's Plight. So we lose Alejandro's Prison, Alejandro's Plight. While Alejandro, I can't even speak, while Alejandro is attached to an enemy, that enemy gets +2 health. If he leaves play, advance. So he's got 5 health, and I don't have any damage boost. But I am very good at running. So action 1 was move into the diner. Action 2 was parlay. Action 3, let's just stick a free damage on him by evading him. 5, 6, 7 on a 2. 7 on a 2, skull, that's a 0. 1 free damage. So he's evaded and back at the location. Oh, is that if I took an extra action? I didn't I? Drew a card. Oh well, I've done it now. I've revealed a token from the Chaos. I suppose I could undo the Chaos bag draw, couldn't I? Because I'm not making the decision based on the fact that of the results of the Chaos bag. Yeah, let's undo it then. I have Henry engaged with me on my 3rd action. That's what I committed. Right, Hunter enemies move. Well, he's already with me and he attacks 1 of each. So I will take a physical. Pete can save up a mental for next turn. Nothing to ready, card and a resource. Ooh. Oh, that's a shame. It's Waylay and he's elite. I'm just going to tidy these tokens up again. 3 and 2 1s rather than 5 1s. Doom flips to 2 and we draw our encounter card. It is another locked door, which actually is not a problem here. So that couldn't be better actually. So I now need to do serious damage to Alejandro, but I have no damage boosts. Shame he's elite, isn't it? I could just do away with him. Oh, it does, doesn't it? You're right. Oh, thank you. I should be taking all these penalties, shouldn't I, for making all these mistakes. I suppose correcting a mistake is one thing, advising me what to do is another. Okay, so action 1. I need to just keep. I just need to get pummeling Henry, so to speak. For now. Okay. Luckily, he doesn't have Doom on him. Okay, so he's got Retaliate. So I'm going to do the Track Shoes Evade on him first. So 7 on a 2, 7 on a 2 is a fail. Why did I exhaust the Track Shoes? I don't need to do that. He's not alert, is he? He's just Retaliate. Yeah. So this, I will do another evade 7 on a 2. 0. Got him that time. So action 2, he's evaded with a damage. Thanks to Rita's ability. And then action 3, let's just punch him. He's not engaged with me anymore, so I can't evade him a second time, can I? And anyway, her ability's used up. So I will just hit him with the shovel. So that's 3, 4, 5. 5 on a 4. And if I'm right, his retaliate doesn't trigger because he's exhausted. I hope I've got that right. So 5, 6, no, 3, 4, 5. 5 on a 4. Tablet. -2. Place 1 doom on the nearest cultist. Ah, now I'm in trouble. No, he's not cultist. Excellent. So action 1 evade, action 2 evade, action 3 fight, which failed. That was pretty poor. Heal Pete. Hunter enemies move. Well, he's exhausted, so he's not doing anything. Reset card, so he re-engages. Card and a resource. Oh, that might be useful. I'm done running. Don't take a damage, take a resource. So make sure I get this straight then. I'm done running. Ready and engage all enemies at your location for the remainder of the turn. Whenever you evade an enemy, instead of exhausting and disengaging, you may deal it 1 damage. All other effects of the successful evasion still apply. So, my first evade would be 2 damage because I can use Rita's ability to do a damage and I get an extra damage from this. So that would put him at 3. And then it would be 2 more normal evades, dealing it 1 damage each time. Even more so if I can pull an Elder Sign up on the first one. But that is good. But meanwhile, I have a Doom and an encounter to deal with. Okay. Conspiracy of Blood, so the threshold is now 5 rather than 6. Quite. Oh no, indeed. But anyway, I have a conspirator to deal with. Fast action. I am done running. Evade. Henry, 7 on a 2, 0. That one does him 2 damage. I get 1 from Rita's ability and 1 from I'm done running. 5 on a 2 again, 0. That's a single damage thanks to I'm done running. And then 5 on a 2 one last time, -2. This isn't the one where I have to increase the negative modifiers, is it? Oh, what a pass anyway. Right, Henry is down. 1 victory point. Advance. He was attached to Henry. The investigator nearest to Henry takes control of Alejandro. Continue playing. So I have a ally slot thanks to charisma. That I'm done running came in perfectly there. I've never got much benefit out of that card in the past, but that was absolutely perfect. So that was my 3 actions there. 3 evades to kill Henry. Peter doesn't need healing. No enemies in play. Ready Rita's ability. Card and a resource. Act of desperation. I suppose if I don't need to run anymore, I guess Act of Desperation means oh no, I can't throw my shoes because they don't take a hand slot up. Worth a try. Okay, Doom, 4 out of 5 thanks to the Conspiracy of Blood. Things are getting a bit tight now. Encounter. Mysterious hunting. Place 2 doom on the nearest cultist if there are none in play. Search the encounter and discard for a cultist and draw it. I know there's none in the discard pile. So, which cultist shall I take? An acolyte? I think an acolyte's probably the best choice, isn't it? He's only got 1 health. Yeah, I'll take an acolyte. Now it says draw it. I'm assuming that means engaged with me rather than following its normal spawn rules. I don't know. Well, it doesn't tell me to spawn it any differently to how you would normally spawn it, so I believe I would follow its spawn rules, which is any empty location. Yeah. Thanks, Matt. I just talked myself into that logic. So, but he gets doom on him, which is an instant problem. Or is it? Because I'm going to go to 5 on the next turn anyway. So I think I can't stop that advancing unless I spawn him here, move here, successfully parley with him to remove that, and then kill him to remove a doom. But then I'm using an entire turn to basically buy myself 1 extra turn. I think I'm going to just lob him at a location I'm never going to go to. And ignore him. And now I'm going to focus on... I've got a bit of a problem now, haven't I? Because I've got no clues, and I need 2 clues for that locate to... I suppose I could spend an entire turn here just grabbing 2 clues. Anyway, let's think about this. To get 2 clues from somewhere else, I've got to move at least twice, so maybe once with track shoes, then find the 2 clues. Or 1 clue. I mean, downtown's only 1 clue anyway, if I remember right. So I would have to go to 2 locations. I think I'm better off, efficiency-wise, just staying here, doing the triple action and getting 2 clues. It's really boring, but I think it's my quickest way of getting 2 clues. So that's 3 actions. 1, 2, 3. Nothing to heal. No hunter enemies in play. He's not hunter, is he? No. No enemies to attack. Nothing to reset. Another doom. So now we go to 4, 5 out of 5. So this advances. This, I believe, goes away now because we have advanced the agenda. There was some strange discussion in the Discord about the specific timing of that, but I didn't really get the impact. So I'm just going to play Oblivious. And we advance. Shuffle the encounter, discard pile, back. If there are only 2 act decks in play, place a doom on agenda 3A. So I don't have much time now. There's the 1 doom on agenda 3A. But now I am running to Rivertown and advancing the Trial of the Huntress Act. Oh my word, I'm going an hour already, I do apologise. I can't believe I'm on the 3rd act. I've basically got 5 turns to do this. Oh yes, thank you, clear cultist doom. Good spot. Right. Encounter. Let's see, this is going to stop me now, isn't it? Let's see how bad this is. Oh, locked door location with most clues. Well, they're all equal now, aren't they? Because that one has already got locked door on it, and all the others are. I'll bring it there then. Nice. Right, action 1, move, exhaust track shoes, test evade, 5, 6, 7 on a 4, track shoes test, 7 on a 4, -1, that's a pass, so I move on to Rivertown. I will now spend the 2 clues to trigger the act, spawning the Black Cave. Act 2E, Cave of Darkness. I need to get into the cave and get those 2 clues. Do I have any cluing tech on me? No. I committed my flashlight earlier, didn't I? I might have just painted myself into a corner. Unfortunately, it's not an ancient location, so I can't trigger anything from Alejandro. I suppose I've got my rabbit's foot, which I probably could have used earlier when I was failing some fightings. Belly the Beast would be good, but I've got no enemies. And I take a horror or discard 2 cards. Well, at least I've got Peter to deal with that, haven't I? Right, action 2. Let's move in. I didn't put the clues down. And action 3. My investigate is only 2. Not touching those. But nothing, no cards that can help me. This is only my 2nd action. Yeah, I did action 1, boom. No, action 2, then moved in. So this is my 3rd action. So I'm going to take a horror, which Peter can deal with. I can't do it by normal investigating, so I think, do I lob the shovel just to guarantee me getting one? Shovel is my only option. Unless I draw a +1 or an elder sign, which is a +2, which is a 2 in a 16, a 1 in 8 chance. I'm going to regret this, but I'm lobbing the shovel. Lobbing the shovel, get 1 clue. There we go. That's my 3rd action. At the end of my turn, I take a horror. Now then, these are both. Oh no, that's at the end of your turn, and that's after your turn ends. So Peter can take the horror, and then after my turn ends, he heals it. Hunters move. There are none in play. Enemies attack. Nothing to ready track shoes. Card and a resource. Madame Blanche. So Doom, 2 out of 6. Let's make that 2 out of 5. Okay. Spain. Okay, I need that clue. Because if I get that clue, I can advance, and then we find out what's waiting for us on the third act of this. I could just throw Madame Lebranche in to make it a 3 on a 3, but that feels a waste. So first action, I'm going to pay 2 to bring Madame Lebranche in place of Alejandro, because he's not giving me anything at the moment. Actually, she's not going to give me anything, is she? Because I've got loads of money and I've got cards in hand. I'm not going to be in a position without having. That's just a waste of action and resources. So I may as well commit her to make it a 3. 3 on a 3. Three on a 3, and then use rabbit's foot if necessary. 3 on a 3. There you go, -5.
Quite good.
I will exhaust rabbit's foot to draw a card. Fine clothes, where were you earlier? I'm a bit stuck now. So action 1 was trying to investigate. Action 2, I think I draw again to try and get something. Oh, it's another waylay. Action 3. Do I draw? So what have I got here? I've got 2 waylays, act of desperation, fine clothes, and 2 belly of the beasts. I think for now I'm just going to draw. Internal injury. Well, at least it gets that out of the way, doesn't it? And then I hope that I draw an enemy in the next encounter phase and I can use one of the belly of the beasts to defeat the enemy and find the clue. Right. I take a horror from the Black Cave, but then Pete heals it instantly. No 2 enemies in play. No enemies to attack, nothing to reset, apart from Rabbit's Foot, card and a resource. Gravedigger's Shovel, okay. Right, we have options now, we have options. Doom goes to 3 out of 5. I say we've got options, but we haven't had much time. Counter, give me an enemy. No, it's nobody's home, attached to my location. Mind you, it's spent an initial action to investigate. I'm not investigating, am I? Because I have a shawl. Right. Action 1, pay 2 for shovel. Action 2, discard shovel to get clue. Action 3. Well, no, before I do that, let's progress the act. There were no clues on Black Cave, correct? Oh dear. It's the fighty one. And I've just got rid of my shovel. Right, I need to search the encounter discard pile. Well, shuffle the discard pile. Well, there isn't one. Well, nobody's home is discarded now, I guess. I need to discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a cultist enemy is discarded, or 2 cultists in fact, and spawn them in the black cave. And remember that they are each attacker's prey. This has gone terrible now. That's a monster. Brotherhood cultist. And an acolyte. Okay. So they are each attacker's prey. Guess I can kill one of them instantly. I've got basically 2 turns left, haven't I? Now. I'm not going to get that. Oh, my turn ends, I take a damage from internal injury. I might have missed... Did I miss one of those last turn? I think I might have done. I'll put it on now just in case. In fact, I'll put it on Alejandro. Now I don't have a weapon. So it's going to take me 3 hits to deal with the cultist. So, mind you, and it's going to be game over, isn't it? Because he gets a doom on him. And he gets a doom if I try and fight him. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 moves to get to the town hall. Maybe 3 with track shoes. I've only got this turn. I think I'm going to have to resign with only 1 act. This is terrible. What am I missing? Right, I can act of desperation one of the cultists, can't I? I could lob my track shoes at him because he's not. No, I mean I could waylay one of the cultists. Okay, I think I could possibly do... No, I'm on my 3rd action. Oh, my 3rd action, aren't I? What am I thinking? Yeah, I played the shovel. I got the clue. What I could do is, I mean, these will both be engaged with me now. Evade the acolyte that's got the doom on him. Then at least that doom's gone. Next round, 1 more doom will go on, but we don't finish yet. So I've got 1 more turn. If I can evade the acolyte, I've got 1 more turn. Let's do this. Let's do this. I can get 2 acts. I can. Yeah, I need to look at the note, don't I? Thank you. So I progress to the Brotherhood is revealed. Oh, I can't do it then, can I? Each attacker's prey gets +1 fight and +1 health and a +1 invade while at our location with no clues on it. I can do this. I can do this. What I'm going to do... Oh, that's got no clues on it either. Oh. I was thinking I could drag them out here and... But no. I suppose I could drag them here, but I have to take 2 hits. 2 moves. Let me think this through. This round... No, I'm not going to be able to do it, am I? I mean, I've got 2 waylays, I can afford to play them both. I can't stop the agenda triggering, can I? I don't think I can. So he has a doom on him. He has 2 health, he has 4 health. We're at 4 doom out of 5. So unless I kill him, we're going to advance. I only have 1 action. I've got nothing in my hand, so I can't even use Act of Desperation, which would do 2 damage and at least kill him. So I think by using my shovel to get that clue, I've painted myself into a corner. I don't think I have any choice now but to resign with a single act completed. Wow. We have 2, 3, 4 doom in play against a threshold of 5. I don't think I can do anything else, because he's 2 health. I need to be able to kill him in 1 action, and I've got no way of doing that. I don't think I have any way of doing that in 1 action. I can evade him, which would do 1 damage, not enough. I could use Act of Desperation if I had a hand item, which I don't. I would have to, he'd have to already be evaded for me to be able to use a waylay to kill him. And Belly the Beast will just give me clues, so I think that's it. I think I just resign. Wow, that's terrible. Yeah, action 3, resign. That's the end. I had a good feeling about that at some point, but it just got away from me at the end there. These 2 Conspiracy of Bloods did me in. That plus having to spend a whole round dealing with hoods. Spend a whole round trying to get 2 clues there. If it hadn't been for that locked door earlier, I might have had a better chance of getting these and been in a better position, but oh well, that's how it goes. At least by resigning I avoid a trauma. But I only have 1 act completed, so that's 2 league points. But I do get some victory points. I get 1 victory point from Henry. I get 1 victory point from the Exley exhibit. And I get 1 victory point from the Black Cave. So that's 3 victory points plus whatever the resolution says. None of the other locations have victory points, do they? No. We check the resolution. So each investigator was resigned. If 3B was completed, which wasn't. If 3D was completed. We did rescue Alejandro, didn't we? Yes, because he's here in my hand. And we didn't do F. 1 additional experience for each Act 1 card that was completed. Okay, so I did all 3 Act 1 cards, so that's 6 victory points. 6 victory points, 2 league points. Okay, well thank you very much for watching. See you in a couple of weeks for the next one. Bye!